Hello, let's get started with Keepers of the Light Oracle. Oh my goodness. Joan of Arc, voice of truth. Stand strong, focused on your purpose. Release the fear of persecution and speak your truth. This has been coming out recently about the fear of persecution involving potentially past life persecution. Beautiful image. For some reason, makes me think of Natalie Portman, the actress Natalie Portman. Okay. Voice of truth, throat chakra, right? I think many people in the collective are currently going through a throat chakra opening, healing. As we get more honest with ourselves, we're learning to show up more authentically, expressing ourselves more authentically, flaws and all. Stand strong. Makes me think of the Nine of Wands, as well as the Seven of Wands. Standing your ground, remaining vigilant, being courageous, despite potential fears of persecution, the fear of other people's judgment. Okay, let's read from the guidebook. Okay, about Joan of Arc. Joan of Arc was a medieval French peasant girl who is reported to have been visited by Archangel Michael and other saints, who gave her information on how she could help Charles VII save France from English domination. She was only a teenager when she went into battle for her country and won a huge victory. Makes me think of Six of Wands, Chariot card as well. She was, however, later captured and burned at the stake. Oh, God. You may be feeling a bodily reaction to those words. These days, she is a supremely loving guide to all those who want to stand up against the odds. She also helps many lightworkers overcome their fear of persecution. Okay, lightworkers. Stands out, fear of persecution. I'm feeling something in my knees. You know how when we get scared sometimes, our knees start to shake? The fear of being seen. Okay, extended message. You are being encouraged to stand strong. You may feel unrecognized and misunderstood, but that doesn't mean you have to give up on the mission you feel called to fulfill. Okay, that stands out. The mission you feel called to fulfill. The mission you feel called to fulfill. So you've answered the call. And maybe the path is uncertain, unclear, but already that takes courage, inner courage. You must follow the will of your soul and exercise your leadership spirit by speaking your truth. Leadership spirit stands out. the spirit of leadership. You are imbued with the spirit of leadership. You may feel as if you are on a battlefield, but this conflict will come to an end as soon as you stop defending yourself, protecting yourself. You are not here to prove yourself to others. Instead, approve of yourself. The most important person whose approval matters is your own. 555 when I looked at the clock. Know that your angels are on your side and that heaven is thanking you for being the honest soul you are. Oh, getting a little emotional there. Okay. I'm going to repeat that. Instead, approve of yourself. Know that your angels are on your side, and that heaven is thanking you for being the honest soul you are. Heaven, source, your angels, your spirit team, your highest self, your inner child, whatever you want to call it, acknowledges you. You're being acknowledged. Your courage is being acknowledged. Thanking you for being the honest soul you are, for choosing to turn within and get honest with yourself. As within, so without, right? The more honest we get with ourselves, that will be reflective in the collective. Beautiful message. Okay. Focus on your purpose. That makes me think, just focus, stay in your own lane. Because, right, our limited self tends to look at other people's journeys, take our focus away from our own path, our own lane, and look to the left and right of us, ahead of us, comparing where we are to others. There's no one else whose path looks exactly like yours. Okay. This is the Green Witch's Oracle deck. Let's see if there are any complementary or supplementary messages. Voice of truth. Stand strong. Focus on your purpose. Release the fear of persecution and speak your truth. Hedge. Potential boundaries. Indecision. Okay, that makes me think of protectiveness. Protecting yourself due to a potential fear of persecution, of being judged by others. I'm noticing the scales, though there are scales here on the gate. They're even. You're feeling more balanced from within. And these are, let's just say, they're iron gates. You're feeling stronger. Makes me think inner spiritual strength. And there are two paths, a fork in the road. Let's just say this is your past, this is your future. If you're here though, watching this video, you've already chosen. And as I said earlier, in reference to one of the phrases in the guidebook, the mission you feel called to fulfill, you've already answered the call. Your soul has. Your soul has. Maybe you still feel the fear, anxiety at times, feel uncertain, doubtful, but your soul has already chosen, and you've chosen to follow that call, to listen to your heart, your soul. You're here to fulfill your potential. I'm seeing the key word, potential, here. Your higher mind, not your limited mind, the 3D conditioned mind, your higher mind knows that you are boundless. And looking at the gates, it makes me think kind of a prison, the bars of a prison, and relating it to persecution, right? Putting yourself in a self-imposed prison due to the fear of persecution, of judgment, punishment. Oh dear. Excuse me. Whoop. Okay, 3 cards. We have the Moth, mystery, concealment, illusion. If you're feeling any uncertainty, indecision, uncertainty, this card reflects that. How this is an uncertain path. I may have mentioned that before. You don't know all the steps to take because they're being revealed little by little. You're learning, you've learned to follow and trust your intuition. There is no map. So there is a significant sense of mystery, right? Your life is a mystery. It's unfolding bit by bit. And the illusion, the keyword illusion, I'm thinking, well, that makes me think of the fear of persecution. the receiving of this message, the encouragement from Source to stand strong, to release the fear of persecution and speak your truth, that right there is a message of reassurance that you are safe. Lavender, tranquility, kindness, self-care. And I'm noticing the blue crystal here, making me think of the throat chakra. Calmness. Being kind to yourself. Nurturing and mothering yourself. Your fearful self too, right? When you feel scared, when you notice those fearful thoughts, the thoughts that want to keep you bound, limited, but your soul, you know. That's why you already answered the call. There goes my throat chakra. Your soul knows. You know at a soul level that you are here to expand. Not to live your life afraid. Okay, we have the sun, healing energy, like the crystals, healing energy, happiness, comfort, joy, a message, an energy of reassurance from Source, to remain hopeful, optimistic. Did I show this to you? Can't tell, don't remember. The yellow makes me think of the solar plexus, confidence, self-worth, personal power, the courage to speak your truth, the courage to just show up in the world as your expansive self. The word comfort is standing out to me. Be comforted is what I'm getting. Be comforted. And this makes me think, seeing the keywords healing energy, there is a healing energy about you. When you express yourself, it has the effect of calming, soothing others. There are more crystals on this diagram as well. There are crystals here and crystals here. Maybe you work with crystals. Okay, I'm curious. Let's read about the moth. Okay, I'm noticing. Okay, here's the diagram of the moth card. It's on page 44. Card meaning. While some species of moth are diurnal, I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly. While some species of moth are diurnal, we tend to associate moths with the night. Okay. Moths are beautiful night pollinators doing important work under the cover of darkness. Oh, maybe you're a night owl. You feel more energized at night when the moon is out. Moths are, there goes my throat again. Moths are often compelled to seek out the light, even though it may endanger them. Moths, like butterflies, often have markings that disguise them, tricking predators into assuming they are something other than what they truly are. This illusion serves as protection. So this makes me think that maybe for a good portion of your life, you maybe were not completely yourself. You wore a mask, a facade, so to speak, as a form of protection, to protect yourself. It was a defense mechanism because you didn't feel safe to be fully and truly yourself. The moth card tells you that perhaps something around you isn't what it seems. Look for the truth and follow the light, but don't let yourself be blinded. There may be something in your life that needs illumination in order for you to take control. Reflection. What in your life needs illumination to enable you to see past a surface level illusion? Well, you see past illusions. That is why you have chosen, you have decided, made the decision to answer the call of your soul. You have chosen to answer the mission you feel called to fulfill. And I believe it is one of your roles to illuminate. They did mention, when we were reading about Joan of Arc in the guidebook, they mentioned Lightworkers. You may identify with being a Lightworker, perhaps a way shower, being a guiding light somehow. Okay. Anything to add or confirm? Collaboration, critique, group work. 3 of Pentacles. Speaking your truth, this makes me think. Expressing yourself. This will attract in like-minded souls. You may even collaborate with each other on a creative endeavor. Look at this. The Hierophant, spiritual teacher, advice, tradition. Wow. 25:25 when I looked at the clock. You really are learning to voice your truth. I mentioned in the guidebook about Joan of Arc, there's a term they use, leadership spirit, right? And I wrote in response, the spirit of leadership. Yes, you are imbued with the spirit of leadership. One of your roles here is to, based on the energy here of the Hierophant, is to take on a leadership role somehow, using your throat chakra. This is the Eight of Pentacles, hard work, dedication, skill, talent. You have many gifts. You may be mastering a skill at this time, or multiple skills. Communication, the skill of expressing yourself using your third chakra, maybe one of those skills that you're developing. Justice. Oh, okay. All right. Justice. Number 11, card number 11. Truth. Balance, integrity, fairness. Yes, that makes me think of the Hierophant. A leader with integrity. A leader that speaks the truth, that speaks from the heart. It's balanced. Truth. You are the voice of truth. And finally, look at this. We have the Star. Inspiration, hope, divine wisdom. I have to cover her up. There you go. That's you. You are meant to be seen. So stand strong. Focus on your purpose. Release the fear of persecution and speak your truth. Yes. Speak your truth, Lightworker. Thank you.